Gonna build a mountain from a little hill.
Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and we're here finally with the free update 1.7 announcement. I actually thought most of the time it's a Tuesday when they announce something. So yesterday I was waiting the whole day, but there was no news. But now, finally, we have news about update 1.7 coming to us at the 4th of October. I see right over here. I'm not really sure if you can see the web address as well. Oh, it's already also saying here from the 4th of October, so World Animals Day. So let's go and jump into it. It's time for another insight into what you can expect to see coming up in Planet Zoo. We're happy to announce that free update 1.7 will be available to get your paws on from the 4th of October. Our team has been hard at work trying to bring you some of your most requested features as well as a few surprises. The first of these we revealed last week with the announcement of our upcoming custom height maps, but it's now time to review what else you can expect. Update 1.7 will bring you varied terrain options, deep swimming for cats, oh my freaking gosh, animal talk seating areas, path barriers, a scene replacement randomization toggle, some quality of life improvements to the Zoopedia. For more information on all this, read on below. Wait, what? Animal talk seating areas? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Path barriers? That is really nice as well. A scenery replacement. Oh my god. Okay, deep swimming for cats. As you can tell, this is the first time I'm reading this, okay? So I'm just bringing my first reaction to this. Deep swimming for cats, I really love that. I love that. Now all we need is still the now monitor and the elephants diving. That is something I would love to see, but big cats was very high on my list. So mapping tools. Custom Heightmaps are making their way to Planet Zoo. These will allow you to really get creative with your map terrain via uploading image files. For more in-depth information on this, how this will work, you can go to my previous video because we spoke about that in that video as well. But wait, that is not all. We also have new terrain type options coming to give you even more variation in pre-made maps. Oh my god, that sounds really, really good. I'm wondering if that is like the same like we have in Planet Coaster. I know that someone that was able to data mine saw something from Planet Coaster coming into Planet Zoo with like the different type of colored toggles and stuff. When you go through your standard setup starting a new zoo, you will now have a new option, terrain type. From here, you'll be able to select flat, which is your standard map area that you know and love, and sculpted, a range of new options with one new sculpted option per biome type. We won't spoil all these so you can discover them yourself, but one special one is the desert Oceana Map, a flat desert with a mountain in the middle similar to Uluru. I have no idea what that is, so we have to Google that. You will now also be able to use scenario zoo maps in Sandbox mode. These are 9 time scenarios and 14 regular scenarios, which means 23 new terrain maps and 30 plus new terrain variants. Though, please note that scenario maps are not available in franchise mode. Scenario zoos in Sandbox mode will have the new terrain only button, which removes everything except the terrain. Another variation for you to start with. This is perfect for people who want to jump into a scenario zoo terrain, but still have the freedom to create their own zoo from scratch. This sounds really good. I can tell that a lot of people will probably be using that. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about the fact like, I just don't know what to do with a flat map. Give me some standard maps. So together with like the terrain height map that you can create your own one with like grayscales and stuff, this is definitely also very, very helpful, and I think also a very much requested feature. So after I recorded my video, they updated this post with a picture as well about these. I think this is the desert Oceania map. So a flat desert with a mountain in the middle, similar to Uluru. I think that is what this is supposed to be. As I said, you have to Google it because I have no idea, but I believe it is the case if that is what they say. free content terrain sculpt grassland. I was just curious if this name would reveal anything else, but it's not. So yeah, this picture belongs to the mapping tool information that we got in this free update. So now, the swimming changes. Following the bears from the 1.6 update, some of our big cats will be getting their paws wet with deep diving or deep swimming. The cats taking the plunge will be a Jaguar, a Bengal tiger, and a Siberian tiger. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for this. I want to see that. That is going to be so amazing. This will include the male, female, and juvenile of each species. To be sure to start adjusting your habitats as we bet they can't wait to make a splash the second the update drops. To go alongside this, we're also implementing some tweaks to the swimming depth requirements for individual species. Oh my god, that's amazing to hear. This should allow diving turns for deep swimming animals to remain smooth while also preventing clipping. Minimum depth requirement range from 2 to 4 meters. That is really good. 2 to 4 meters. I think right now you have to make sure that it's like 6 meters deep in order for them to make them dive, even though the stats say 4 meter deep. I can't really tell that they ever dive when it's 4 meter deep, but I think this is just a really, really good change. I really love that, and I just in general really do love that we got the Jaguar, Bengal tiger, and Siberian tiger now being able to deep dive, to swim. That is just super amazing. All right, next up, Animal Talk seating areas. Rally up your guests because it's time for a show. Animal Talks are going to be bigger and better than ever with the addition of new seating areas, increasing the capacity per educator and helping you better control the flow of your guests around these areas. Pick one of our new talk-specific seating options and link an animal talking point to it. And guests will now be able to sit and really give their full attention. But don't fret, you will still be able to use the animal talking points as standing attractions as well. What animal will you pick as your first to have its very own seated educational area? I do really like that. I know that I'm not like super focusing on these animal talking points and stuff, but this definitely, for me personally, makes it a lot more interesting to really dive into that, because now, like, all the education centers that, for example, Koali Zoo has, they look amazing. I have not only Koali Zoo, of course, there are tons of zoos we have seen with beautiful educational centers, but this definitely gives that extra reason for me. Like, I don't really like to make implied things that, it's an educational center, but no one is actually using it. This is giving us reason to really create these super cool educational areas. I really, really do love this update. I really am excited to see more about this and to hear more about that. That is just going to be super amazing. So right after recording this video, they updated the pictures in this post. So about the animal talking point, this is how it looks. I absolutely love this. I'm curious if there are going to be more different type of seating areas. Like, this is obviously with like different heights with like a stairs, but maybe we have some variations of that. I do hope that will be, so you have some more freedom of how to place these down. I really don't know. I feel like this is a piece that you can put down and that would work for the animal talking point, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, the staircase is probably connected, isn't it? I think so. Anyway, I'm really curious to see more about this. I really do hope that there are some more variations instead of only in like this, maybe with like just benches behind each other, or like without going into different height levels, if that makes any sense. I'm really curious to see more about that, and we have to wait and see how that is exactly going to work, I guess. But it's definitely a really cool thing to see that we are getting a variation for animal talking seating areas. Path barriers. On top of the new seating areas to help you control your zoo's guest flow, we're also adding path barriers. These will render areas of path inaccessibility to guests and staff alike, allowing you to direct the traffic in your zoo more accurately. For areas where you want guests to have the option to pass, but to be less likely to do we're also adding Kerbs. Oh my goodness, finally Kerbs, and I didn't realize. I thought like fences for path or something like that. Oh my god, we're getting curbs and barriers. That's something I have been asking for since the beta. Oh my god. Okay, this will discourage gas from crossing, but they will still use it if the area is otherwise too crowded or if there is no other route. So just to be clear, I'm going to make a video for you guys when this update will launch on the 4th of October. I'm going to make a video for you guys with the height mapping tool. I'm going to make a video for you guys, of course, with these path barriers of how to use these curbs and barriers, because I know that a lot of you guys will want to know how to use it, because this is like what you need. For example, just to give you a short example, so if you have like this big path of say like 10 meter wide, but you have like an archway that is, for example, 8 meter wide, then you can use these path barriers and put them right underneath these edges where you still have like that 1 meter where they would actually walk through the wall, which you actually don't want, but it happens. Like sometimes you have like this pillar or anything in the middle of your path and you see the guests walking through it and stuff. Curbs and barriers are going to help you to be super precise where you want your guests to walk and where you don't want them to walk. So path barriers, if I remember correctly, yes. So path barriers will be making sure that they just won't walk over it. They just don't pass it. Curbs, the curbs are basically like they cannot pass it unless there is no other route. So for example, you could have like a normal path, for example, for your staff, to go to a staff area. So without a staff path, you can now use a normal path and just close it off with the curbs, because the guests will not basically have to go there, but your staff has to use that path still to go to their staff area. So they will be walking over this curb, but you can avoid that guests will walk over that curb. So you can now use, that is my guess, I'm going to test it of course once I get my hands on it, but you can now use normal path then as well for your staff areas using the curbs to make sure that the guests are not going to walk there. I love curbs and barriers from Planet Coaster. It took way too long before it finally comes to Planet Zoo, but it's finally coming, so I'm just very, very excited for this. Alright, scenery placement randomization. I'm super curious what this is about. Ever been placing lots of same scenery items and had them manually adjusted each time to keep things look natural? Well, no longer. We're introducing a new randomization placement toggle. Oh, I like that! When turned on, will randomly change the rotation of the item you are using in between each placement. This will allow you to create an organic appearance much faster than before. That is such a nice game changer. I know that there was a game recently that I played that had that, and I was like, oh, that's so useful. And now it's finally come to Planet Zoo. I really, really do like it that they are going to add that. We know this will be a game changer for foliage and rock heavy builds. What are you most excited to use this on? Well, everything. This is going to be so super useful. Zoopedia Changes. Finally, we're adding a few quality of life improvements to help with your Zoopedia usage. The animal management screen has a new Zoopedia link button connected to the listed animals. Animal management and animal market buttons have been added to the Zoopedia, taking you to the filtered animals. Habitat space requirements have now been added to the Zoopedia UI, and biome filters have also been added to the Zoopedia filters options. These are very, very nice quality of life improvements as well. And lastly, we've also added the option to quick trade from the animal management screen. This will work similar to Release to the Wild, and means that quick trading is now available beyond the training center. That is also really, really nice. We hope you're looking forward to all these new changes. Hell yes! The update will come with various other tweaks and bug fixes. So as always, we will have a full list of patch notes for you on launch. There's more news from us still to come very, very soon. So be sure to keep an eye out on our social media. But for now, we'll be hanging out on Twitch to chat about 1.7 and spend some time with y'all. See you there at 5 BST. I'm not really sure if I'm able to make it, but maybe if you're watching right now, it's Wednesday, 5 p.m. BST. So go to their Twitch page, which is Frontier Development, if you want to have some more information. I'm not really sure if they're going to show it or just going to talk about it. But it's really nice to see that they're going to live stream again, which is a very good thing. Anyways, this means, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to hear more about a DLC coming very, very, very soon. And well, let's be honest here. The 4th of October, World Animal Day, is the day when this update is going to drop. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're calling it now. The 4th of October, a new DLC will drop. What is this going to be? I am already super excited about this whole free update. Like, this is incredibly good. I think looking at all the free updates so far, I am probably the most excited about this one. I'm not really sure why, but I'm just really excited about this one. The others were also good, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm really excited about this one. Do let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited as I am. I really want to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed. And subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And if you want to hear more about new updates, coming DLC, etc., definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to cover it loads on the channel. I'm super excited for it. And everything that is coming our way. This free update is really, really good. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys!